Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Keith Engle from TGI Sports Talks. MLB update. That one got to get a gong, right? I turned down the wrong thing. Watch this. You can't even hear it. We got a little problem on Facebook again. I'm trying to get my damnedest to get Facebook up on my TGI Sports Talk page, get the show up here. And again, it just doesn't want to do it. So I got to go in and share the show to my own page. Anyway. So we should be good now. Anyway, welcome to TGI Sports Talks MLB update. Good to have you guys with me today. We couldn't do the show last week, and I apologize. I had a personal, what did I have last week? I had something going on. I had a football draft that they had changed the time on me, so we kind of had to make some adjustments there. So anyway, we're sharing live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Welcome all the groups, or thank you to all the groups that allow me to share. You can see some of them scrolling at the bottom of John Gonzalez's Sports Authorities, America's Pastime, Greg Rawlings, great group. Bottom Line Sports, Flo and the Gang, Let's Talk Sports, Golf Bud, Sports of All Sorts. And, of course, a quick shout-out to Ralph Williams at RW Media, specifically the Sports Corner that he does every Tuesday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern with Smoking Jim Frazier. Oh, good to have everybody with us. Hope you caught Jack and Keith's weekend playbook this morning. We had a lot of chatter, a little bit of baseball because we had Kyle Schwarber hitting 4 home runs last night. We got an interesting pennant race, which the Yankees and Mets have found a way to rebound and, secure themselves a little bit. We'll talk about that. I want to talk about the Dodgers and Padres, too, and what should be just an awesome September division race. It doesn't matter even a bit. But we'll get into all of that and more, and your thoughts and opinions as well. A quick note on Sunday, the Sunday Stream of Consciousness, and I'll mention it again at the end of this show, and I'll post it on Facebook. I haven't had the opportunity to do it yet. Oh, I do have a personal announcement in a second, too. The Sunday Stream of Consciousness going forward on Sundays will be moving back to a 9 p.m. start time. We'll go 2 hours probably this week. I don't know. We may have to go to an hour and a half. If you don't know, I do a show, a guest on the Big Football Show on the National Streaming Sports Network. Well, the network's gone, but we still do the show. Myself, Jack Hirsch, Brian, James, and some others from time to time. And Brian had asked me if I could add an extra half hour. I used to go in 8 to 8:30, and there's just so much to talk about now with football, college football starting, pro football starting, MLB in full swing. They had asked me to stay an hour, and I've decided to do that and move the Sunday Stream of Consciousness back to 9 a.m., where we started doing it. And then once next week, I've got to start running 2 football. We'll see what we're going to do, whether we'll go to 10:45. Maybe I can do 11. I don't know. I got to kind of play it by ear, and we'll see how it goes. But we don't want to cut you guys short either. It's my favorite show of the week, but I also want to do right by these guys. So speaking of Brian, there he is. Yes, sir. I can tell you right now, I'll be turning off my work computer at 5 p.m., but I'm technically done here. I may have a couple of things. I still got one call I got to make to somebody, but look what that clock reads. It's all zeros. How exciting. Do I have what do we have? I should have done this. What do you do now? No. Anyway, that should have been the scream I had. I found some neat new sounds on StreamYard today. I don't know if they just got added or I wasn't seeing them, but whatever. Here we are. Guys, you saw something last night, by the way, that you're not often going to see. There's been a roughly 24 perfect games in Major League Baseball. There's been hundreds of no-hitters. The cycle. But again, unless I'm wrong, the rarest of feats in Major League Baseball is 4 home runs in a game. It's had only been done 20 times before last night. And Kyle Schwarber hit 3 for the Philadelphia Phillies. Congratulations to him. He did have a chance to break the record. I'm not sure what he did in his last at bat exactly, but what did he do? It's got to be here, right? He said he had a fun night. Of course he had a fun night. He was 4 for 6 with 9 RBIs last night, and then 19-4 victory for the Phillies against Atlanta. And what did he do in that last at bat? I'm really curious. Mike Schmidt was the last Philadelphia player to hit for 4 home runs. I do remember that, sadly. It doesn't tell me what he did. Here it is. Greeted lefty cock by swinging that's over the wall. That's the 4th inning. Where's the 9th inning? Can you believe that? I know he got up for a shot at 5 home runs. They're not going to tell me what he did in this. Maybe somebody knows. They can let me know. There's a position player playing, I think, and he popped it up, I believe. So, exciting times. 21 times. I think there's 24 perfect games. No hitters. I think there's hundreds. Cycles pretty rare as well. Or is it? Maybe it's not. MLB cycles. How many? There's got to be a natural cycles completed 14 times. I think that's when you hit the first. That's when you do them in a row. How many cycles are there in MLB? 350. That's not that. So that's not rare at all. Well, it's rare. This is the rarest thing in Major League Baseball. It's a big story. Kyle Schwarber is, not one of my favorite players because I don't think he gives you a lot except home runs, but he does have 119 RBIs, I think, this year. Playing great baseball. Who else has joined us since we got here? Thank you, Brian. It's been an emotional day, quite frankly. Very excited that I'll have no more work after today. There's a long weekend coming up, I heard, and it doesn't matter to me. But it's also been a bit melancholy as well, as I've had some very difficult phone calls today with people that I've spent some of them decades with, and some I've worked very closely with, and some I deal with on a daily basis, some I don't. But they're people that you go to or come to you at work, and you made them laugh during a tough time, or they did the same for you, and it's hard. It's hard. I had some emotional moments today. I will not be afraid to tell you. Hello, John Gonzalez. How are you, my friend? Good to have you with us today. Do we need to get Lombard ready for next year, by the way, John? I mean, Volpe should at least be able to hit my weight. Just added that. They just added it. I thought so. I didn't think I'd seen it. They'll only let me add 6 of them to my dashboard here, if you will. But Keith did retire today, so thank you. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I like to play with toys. I really do. Oh, who else is with us? John, more time with Danny Fuller. I saw you post that this morning, John. I didn't get a chance to put that up. Yes, I'm looking forward to more time with Danny so that I can make stupid picks. I can be hard on my team. Danny can be hard on his team, but I can't be hard on my team. Rick, he's getting us from all places yet. Retired yet, just hanging on until 5 p.m. I'm really kind of... I will be blocked out of everything at 5 o'clock. I'm keeping my work computer because they don't want it back. So next Tuesday, they're going to call me at, excuse me, I'll get rid of that in a second. 9 a.m. or so they can wipe my computer clean. I'll keep it. That helps me with my show, quite frankly, because I've got my StreamYard and my camera in front of me on my laptop, and I use the other one for some informational stuff. So technically I'm working until 5. On Fridays, I would get done at 2. I was always done at 2 on Fridays. We used to do a show called Let's Talk New York Sports. I did with the late, great Dan Harris, if you remember. And then I started doing this show. But I rarely was done at 2. I do this show. I might even go back to work for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, depending on what was going on. Because more often than not, Monday through Thursday, I had in about 45 hours. So I worked a half a day. I did the show in the morning. Sometimes, and I had my interview show. My technical hours on a Friday were 10 to 2. But I was up before the show, was working at, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, cleaning up emails, taking care of stuff from the night before. This is a good baseball show, isn't it? Oh, anyway, that's all over now. Now it's my time. My fantasy player not helping me in the league. Schwarber, he must have helped you last night. Good day for the jingle. I agree, Rick. It's a good day for Max Jingle. I talked about the late, great Dan Harris. Let's talk about the late, great. Oh, shoot. Where's my video clips? Mac McGrath, who made this wonderful jingle for me specifically. And we haven't played it in a while. So enjoy the dulcet tones of Mac McGrath.
Keith Engle, the guy with the sports talk show. On the internet, he's the guy that we all know. If you love your sports, he's the guy for you. He has lots of shows on Roku. Keith Engle with the TGI Sports Talk Show.
How good was that stuff, man? How many guys got a jingle? Well, a lot of them. Oh, guys, what do you think? So, Carl Schwarber, great job last night. Let's get into some baseball, shall we? Any other news we need to talk about? Quickly, the bookie tied to Ohtani's interpreter, he gets 1 year in jail. FBI reveals more of Pete Rose gambling documents. Don't we know enough about Pete Rose? I saw nothing in here I did not know before. Robles is out for 7 games for throwing a minor league bat toss. If you didn't see that, he hit his first base coach, I think, in an argument with an umpire. Corey Seager has appendectomy, excuse me. His return date's unknown. I don't think it matters. The Rangers are about out of this. We're going to look at the standings in a second. Alvarez has a fractured pinky finger. Going to keep him out. By the way, he was in the minors again. Bad year for the Mets and Alvarez, or Alvarez. Mets are starting to turn it around. Guardians release Carlos Santana. Not that Carlos Santana, the one that plays baseball. I think it would be a bigger story if Carlos Santana played for the team formerly known as the Indians. Let's take a look at the standings real quick here. The American League, the Blue Jays hold on. We'll look at and the wild card races are getting interesting. They're starting to take some shape here. And I'm going with the last division race I get to, though, I'm going to have a couple of comments on it. I would like to get your guys' feedback. Or maybe all. I mean, we could theoretically. Let me just talk about this in general. Yeah, I'm going to go through this. I'll get to it after. Blue Jays have got a 3.5 game lead over the Red Sox. They've won 4 in a row. The Yankees have straightened things out, but they're hitting home runs, man. They win when they hit home runs. We know this, right? You know what you stop doing in the playoffs? Hitting home runs. You start to face elite pitching, and this is what happens. Anyway, I'm not going to get down on the Yankees. I'm going to say good job, righty of the ship, 5 in a row. But the Red Sox are hot with them, so the Yankees are 4 back, Red Sox 3.5 back. Rays are done. By the way, those 3 teams have a 99, 96, and 98% chance of making the playoffs. The Tigers have lost 4 in a row again, Brian. What's going on there? Still a 99% chance of winning. They got an 8.5 game lead over the Royals, who are sneaking back into the wild card race, 3 games back. We'll talk about that in a second. The Guardians, the team formerly known as the Indians, I should say, team I thought was going to make a run here, back to 500. Not a good 3-7 in the last 10. Not good. Twins done. White Sox done. Astros, 2-game lead over the Mariners. This has been a battle of attrition lately. The Mariners haven't played great baseball. The Astros haven't played great baseball. I still like the Mariners. Rangers, I think, are done. 6.5 back. We'll look at their wild card chances in a second. A's done, even though they're playing some good baseball right now. 3 wins in a row, 7 of their last 10. Angels done. Phillies, 5-game lead over the Mets. Although the Mets have played well, they lost last night, but they had played well this previous week against the Phillies to cut that lead a bit. These are 99 and 94% chances to make the playoffs. The Marlins have leveled off from playing some decent baseball. I don't think they were ever truly in any race, but 4 and 6 in their last 10. The Braves, just a lost season for the Braves. And the Nationals with 80 losses, 5 in a row they've lost. No good. Brewers, 6.5 game lead over the Cubs. Brewers have did they peak too soon? We've said the Brewers have to play well in the playoffs to really justify, are they the best team in baseball? No, not until you win. 6.5 game lead. We'll talk about the Reds' wild card chances, but again, this is a streaky team. 3 losses in a row now. I'll get to your comments in just a second, I promise. Cardinals out of it. After a decent run in the first half, done. They're fielding a lineup that looks like a bunch of minor leaguers. That's what I saw against the Yankees last weekend. I'm cold. Well, I'm hearing banging on the floor. My granddaughter is excited up there. If the light comes on, I know she's on her way. You might get a view of her today. Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. They have won 7 out of 10, though. Dodgers have righted the ship a bit. Lights are on. You know what's happening. You're going to get to see my granddaughter in just a second. Dodgers have righted the ship. They've won 4 in a row. They got a 2-game lead over the Padres. The Giants are out of it, even though they won 5 in a row. Diamondbacks done. Rockies done. We'll look at the wild card section here in just a second. Before I do that, here's the thing. We're going to lose out. Hi. Hang on 1 second. Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Hello. 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 Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Can you say, this is TGI Sports Talk?
Hey.
MLB update.
Hey.
Can you say MLB?
LP.
Update.
It's
Yeah, the ratings are going to go through the roof now, aren't they?
this.
That's my microphone.
Oh.
I talk into that and they can hear me out there.
Oh.
Did you miss Papa?
Yeah, I met you.
Oh, she missed me. What?
We are on our way home.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We are on our way home.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here's what we're what?
Where's that?
That's a football player.
Oh.
Yeah. This is good TV, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they think so.
Yeah, a foot.
You want to take the truck?
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you a truck and you go see Grandma, and I'll come up and see you in a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. You love me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say bye-bye.
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 Watch your head.
That corner there.
Watch that corner. All right, guys, that was a little self-indulgent, but I can't help myself. So bye-bye.
You got a truck, I know.
I know that's a bit self-indulgent, but what can I do? How do you say no to that girl, right? Oh, anyway, where were we? What I wanted to say, guys, a couple chances at really good division races in the AL West, a 2-game lead for the Astros over the Mariners. Even the AL West, Red Sox and Yankees trying to chase down the Blue Jays. Certainly the NL West, Dodgers with a 2-game lead over the Padres. Are these exciting races? Because what are you supposed to do? You lose, you're a wild card. Why am I excited? This is why wild cards in all sports, especially baseball, way overrated, not needed. I lose all this. I'm playing a marathon, and we're coming down to the stretch, and I want to see exciting games that matter, and somebody wins and somebody goes home. Hate it. Anyway, we'll get to the wild card race in a second. Hey, Dave Guyette, how are you, my buddy? Out in New York, Amsterdam, New York, by the way. Big Yankee fan. The A's are kryptonite. A's have played decent baseball recently, right? So what can you do? Isn't she the cutest? Oh, Brian, my God. I saw, and congratulations to you, Brian, on your new addition, your first granddaughter, right? You've got a couple other grandkids. Good for you. Scarlett has a little sister on the way in 5 weeks. And she has Papa wrapped around her little finger, as you can see. So anyway, that was my self-indulgent moment. No more games against the A's, I hope, for you, Brian. Listen, let me do the wild card. Take a look at the wild card, and we'll talk about what I think about the rest of this race. Red Sox are first right now. They got a 2.5 game lead in the wild card. The Yankees are +2. The Mariners are flat. What am I saying, flat? How does that work? Huh. I don't know what that is. Oh, they're not. I see. They're 2 games back of. What's it saying? The Red Sox. For whatever reason, I have trouble reading the wild card standings today. Doesn't matter. Red Sox are first. Yankees second. Mariners third. The Royals 3 games back of the Mariners. The Rangers 4.5 out of that third spot. Does it feel like they're still in it? Not to me, it doesn't. The Guardians 5 back, doesn't feel like they're in it, but you can't discount them. I mean, they're still, if I can do my math, 20 games to play, 30 games to play. Jesus, 40 games to play. That can't be right, can it? No, 132. 30 games to play. I knew it couldn't be 40. 30 games to play. 5 games with 30 games to play. Not undoable. But not when you're playing 500 baseball or worse, 3-7 in your last 10. National League, the Cubs, the Padres, the Mets. Mets have that last spot. Now 4-game lead now over the Reds. A little bit of breathing room as the Reds have lost 3 in a row. 4 of their last 10. So the Mets have picked up a couple of games there. The Giants are 6 games back and won 5 in a row. Maybe they're not out of it, right? They're still 2 games under 500. And the Diamondbacks, who have done this before, 6.5 back, they're done. I got to believe they're done. So, again, wild card races are exciting. You probably got 4 teams looking for 3 spots in both leagues, is my guess. Maybe the Rangers. We got to keep alive. But I still long for the days of that traditional division rate. Traditional. There was a time there was only one team in a league that was going. You won the pennant or you went home. I'll go back to 2 divisions. It's never going to happen. There'd be some exciting baseball here, because the Yankees, if we were just doing races, right? You'd have a great 3-team race in September here in the American League East. You would have no race in the Central. So what? The the West would be a good race between great race between the Mariners and the Astros. Maybe the Rangers could try to get back in, but they'd be 6.5 games out. The Mets would be desperate right now at 5 games out with 30 to go. Same with the Cubs, 6.5 out. But a great race we lose out on out west. I know I'm a traditionalist. I know I'm just. I hate being this way, but I want better. I want more excitement in September. It's just not enough excitement, and football's stealing it away from you in a week. I mean, if you're excited about being the last wild card in, well, then yeah, you'll have something to root for. Other than that, there's no drama. Yeah, we'll look at the races in a second, or the schedule in a second. I don't think there's anything being played this afternoon, is there? Nope. We'll look at the schedule here in just a little bit, and the matchups for the weekend. So I don't know. Just where I stand, it's just frustrating. I'm glad to see the Yankees get things righted. Who they got this weekend? I think they've got the White Sox, right? So the Yankees should stay healthy here for a bit. And that's kind of a big series for you, Brian. The Kansas City's playing better baseball. The Tigers, listen, I thought they'd righted the ship here a week or so ago. They'd really played a pretty good stretch of games, 10 or 12 games. Look like they might be getting themselves primed for a playoff run. I mean, when you look at how teams are playing right now, and again, I think these next 30 games are going to be a good indicator of what we'll see in the playoffs and who will be the favorites. I mean, in American League, that's going to make the playoffs? I mean, the Red Sox and the Yankees are the only teams that are really hot. 7-3. I don't think either one of those teams is a true contender. So I still think this comes down. I still like the Tigers. I still think the Tigers will come out of the American League. I'd like to see them get out of these doldrums and, maybe go 18-12 at least these last 30 games. The Astros, again, I wouldn't count them out. Still a lot of guys on this team who know how to win. But the National League, I think the Phillies with a big blow losing Wheeler. We didn't get a chance to talk about that last week. Losing Wheeler is a huge loss for this team, especially come to playoffs. It's your number one starter. But they got a decent rotation to try to pick up the slack there. The Phillies are a true contender here. The Mets, I'm not so sure. Very up and down. The rotation, they got a couple of rookies that have fortified this rotation and give them a little spark. The Brewers are probably the most complete team in the league. Fundamentals, pitching. You could probably use a little more pop. But they've got a 6-game lead for the best record in baseball, or 5-game lead for the best record in baseball. 6-game lead for the best record in the National League. The Cubs should be better. And here's the thing with the Brewers. I think they're better. How do you say it? They're better than the sum of their parts. I think I said that right. But who's playing well going into the playoffs? Dodgers getting hot. This is the worry the league should have had. I mean, the Dodgers were there to be put away, and the Padres couldn't do it. He put away at least to a wild card spot, right? Padres are 6-4 in their last 10, but it feels like they're not playing as well as they were a week or so ago. The secret being the Tigers are jumping on them earlier. Relief pitching is struggling. And that's a game today too, right? I mean, of these teams, if the Yankees, what teams, bullpens are so important. I mean, one of the big questions for me once we get to the postseason is how many bullpen games are we going to see? If the Yankees get deep enough, I wouldn't be shocked to see a bullpen game there. I mean, to me, if my three starters right now would be Fried, Rondon, and Schleter. Sheetler. I can't do it. But then I might go to a bullpen game after that. I think Warren will make the rotation and be in the bullpen. I don't think Heel's going to make the roster. When I say Warren, sorry, make the roster, not the rotation. You could very well see a bullpen game if they have rested arms in a fourth game of a series for the Yankees, should they get there. Who else is in that situation? I don't think the Tigers are, right, Brian? Since we've been talking about the Tigers a lot. Again, if I'm the Tigers, I'm starting Skubal, Flaherty, Mize, and Morton. Paddock's going to be the fifth starter. I think Paddock can pitch out of the bullpen probably better than, say, Charlie Morton can. And Charlie Morton's had some big playoff spots. He hasn't pitched great this year. He's pitched a whole lot better the second half than he has the first half. Couple of stinkers, though, in the last couple of weeks. He's very up and down. He's had three really good starts and then two really horrible starts. But Morton's my fourth starter over Paddock there. But so probably no bullpen games there. What time we got? Blue Jays should be safe. I don't think they'd have a bullpen game. I don't know. Bieber, Gausman. Listen, Shane Bieber may turn out to be the biggest acquisition at the trade deadline than anybody. But so this is a team that will not have to worry about it. And Scherzer may not get a start. That's how good their rotation's gotten, in my mind. It's hard to kind of catch up on what we missed. We're just talking about some of the playoff possibilities now. I'm talking about potential bullpen games. We obviously talked about Schwarber's 4 home runs and the shot at 5, didn't get it. We talked about the division races, the exciting division races that we could have but don't have because of the playoff system that MLB favors. We looked at the division races, the wild card races. Talked a little bit about the Mets and the Yankees getting it back together a little bit. But again, is it real? Because the Yankees are hitting home runs. By the way, one quick thing I did admit. Oh, I didn't also didn't Mark Teixeira, by the way, running for the House in Texas as a Republican. Good luck, Mark. One other baseball note, Randy Moffett, former Major League Baseball player and the brother of Billie Jean King, passed away today at the age of 76. So rest in peace, Randy Moffett. He was a decent relief pitcher back in the day for the Giants, and he also pitched, I think, with the Astros, maybe the Blue Jays. Great job. So no birthdays yet, Drew. So we still got time to do some birthdays. So anyway, rest in peace, and our thoughts and prayers go to Billie Jean and the rest of the Moffett family. Brian would start Skubal, Mike, and Morton. I'm shaky on Flaherty and Paddock. I like Morton. In a big spot in the playoffs, Morton's pitched, I think, well enough that I would trust him there. And he's playoff proven. And that's what you brought him in here for. I do like Mize. I think you're talking about Mize there, not Mike. Yeah, I knew that. Thank you, Brian. And then what though? You got to start one of those other guys. So are you worried enough about Flaherty and Paddock to go to a bullpen game? Which you're not crazy about your bullpen. The Yankees get to a fourth game. I could definitely see a bullpen game. I think I could say that about the Red Sox too. Crochet, Bello, Giolito, Dusty May. Maybe I brought in Dusty May. How's he pitched here recently? He hasn't pitched bad, so I guess they wouldn't be. I would say they got 4 starters. Anybody else we can think of in the American League? I don't think the Royals are making it, so we aren't going to look. The Astros should be good with 4 starters. Well, maybe not. Depends on the health of, I don't know. I'll probably go with 4 starters. If the Mariners make it, they'll go with 4 starters. The Phillies are a team with Wheeler out and Nola being your 4th starter or Walker. That's a team to consider a bullpen game for. Kind of weird to have this conversation anyway, right? The Mets, God knows what they'll do to put some kind of rotation together for the Mets for the playoffs. I mean, Senga, Manaea, Peterson, Clay. I guess they got Clay Holmes, so there's 4. They'll be safe. How's that Frankie Matas thing working out, by the way? Unbelievable. What's the definition of insanity? I'll get to your. I'll be back to the comments in just a second. Brewers. You've got Priester or Mizorowski for that 4th start, so they should be okay. Yankees are the biggest. Cubs. Let's see what the Cubs. Taillon's hurt. Soroka. The Cubs are a definite possibility for a bullpen game in a game 4. Or, you know what I mean, however that plays out. Dodgers, unlikely. They should be fine, right? I would think, although they've lost every starter. Well, Yamamoto, Ohtani, Glasnow, Snell, Kershaw are healthy. Here's the thing. So if you're the Dodgers, what do you do? Does Snell and Kershaw, do they both make this playoff roster? Or are you okay with one of them pitching out of the bullpen? I don't think you're sending Ohtani to bullpen. I'm not even going to try to say his name anymore. His name is Cam from here on out. My mouth doesn't move the way other people's mouths move. What'd you say? Schlittler. Close enough. I hear it, and I've got it, and then I can't say it. You look at it, it doesn't look right. So if you can't spell your name like it said, I'm just going to call you by your first name. Padres today. King's hurt. If he's back for the playoffs, they should be fine. I think either way, Pivetta, Cease, Darvish, Cortez. Very little chance of a playoff game there, or a bullpen game there. I think you're going to see a couple of bullpen games anyway. If it comes to having bullpen games with the Tigers, sheesh. Well, then you're going to throw Flaherty or Paddock out there for a game 4. I would do that. You got a shaky bullpen. The only place you want to do that is good. Thank you, Drew. As I said, here's the official countdown clock is all at zeros. I'll turn this into a death clock now, and I'm going to set it for about 45 years from now. It's creepy. Thank you. We did make it. So did Schlittler. Oh, how did I do that time? Schlittler. It's not that hard. Crochet is killing it. Listen, the Red Sox are going to be a tough out. But do you think that do they feel like, a championship contender? They don't, to me. The Tigers still, regardless of their issues recently, feel like a championship contender when I look at the entire body of work. The Blue Jays do. And the Astros do. And the Mariners do. I guess. Do they really, though? All these teams have had their problems through the course of the year. Actually, Troy Melton has been good for the Tigers. I'll let you comment on that one, Brian. I haven't followed Troy Melton that close. But we'll take a look at his numbers since Drew brought him up. I guess he's talking about out of the bullpen. Because I don't even have this is actually, we got the wrong team, the wrong guy, or this is just a indication of how bad ESPN is with their freaking depth charts, for crying out loud. He's not even listed on their depth chart. Any relation to one of my favorite players, Bill Melton? Tigers. Yes, he's with the Tigers, ESPN, and he's on the roster. Hello. His last 5 games, he's played okay. Yeah, he's done okay for the last 5 games anyway. What's he have for the season? 3 point. That's the wrong thing. Hold on. Jeez. 2.60. Not bad. Not bad. Somebody called ESPN, tell them to update their freaking depth charts. Bad enough. It's bad enough when, a month before the season, they've got last September's depth charts up for football, for baseball, or for football, they're from February. Aren't they the worldwide leader? Killing me. Where's our birthdays, Drew? Tons of top rookie prospects coming up now since they won't lose their rookie status. Yeah, but good for fantasy baseball. It sucks for playoff baseball. They're not going to be well, they could come up in the next 2 days. They'd be eligible for the postseason. You think teams really care about saving a rookie status? They care about saving money. They care about Major League days in Major League Baseball so that they don't have to pay them and they can, keep from going to arbitration an extra year. He's okay, better than Flaherty or Paddock. He's not starting though, is he? Oh, he has started 3 games. I'm going to say he didn't start. He hasn't started in August. I guess he started 1 game. Well, started 1 game in August. It's going to be hard to stretch him out now, though. I mean, so if you were to start Melton, that's a bullpen game, right? He hasn't pitched more than 5 innings, and he did that once. Only once has he pitched more than 3 innings all of August. I think it's interesting about the Dodgers are going to have an interesting dilemma. I mean, do they think Kershaw can pitch out of the bullpen? Do they think Snell can pitch out of the bullpen? You're not going to put Ohtani out there because with his arm and still recovering from arm surgery last year. You're not going to try to pitch him 2 days in a row or 2 out of 3 days or even 1 out of 3 days. So he's not going to the bullpen. I think if I had this rotation and a healthy Ohtani, I might consider putting him in the bullpen. What did I miss over here? The Tyler Skaggs, very sad story. Obviously, Tyler Skaggs, his trial is between the Angels and his family is getting ready to start here in September. Very sad story. We talked about injuries. I find it interesting. Mark Teixeira going to run for Congress. Mark Teixeira is one of my. Didn't play for the Yankees for the longest time, but he's one of my favorite players for one reason and one reason only. Sunday night game against the Mets. He's on first base. I don't remember who the batter was. Only one out. I think there's one out. But there's a little looper pop fly hit to Luis Castillo, who's playing second base for the Mets. And I think he was with the Mets then. And he drops the ball. And Teixeira scores all the way from first base. I couldn't think of more than 3 other guys in all of baseball that would have made it to third base, much less home. Mark Teixeira won a place in my heart forever that day. What else is going on? A lot of bat throwing going on. Wilson Contreras gets handed a 6-game suspension, which you know about for bat throwing. He's the guy I think hit his coach, wasn't it? And then Robles gets suspended for a bad incident. Guys, that's a weapon. Major League Baseball have its earliest start date ever last year. Well, didn't we have one in freaking February this year? No, I'm just kidding. We got a real doubleheader schedule next year. The season technically starts on March 25th with the Yankees and Giants before a 14-game traditional opening day on March 26th, marking the earliest opening day ever, excluding international one-offs, which everybody's calling for those, right? Where's my birthdays, Drew, before we run out of time here? Again, the program, you notice we got a couple more, and Drew's joined us, and Drew's a big participant in the Sunday show. I announced earlier that we will be moving the start of the Sunday Stream of Consciousness back to 9 a.m. Eastern. We're going to spend an hour with the good boys, Brian and the guys on the Big Football Show. If we're calling it that anymore, Brian, you can give me the title of that show. I don't know what we've been calling it. Just a fun day, the Sunday sports show. I'm not sure. Or are we returning to the Big Football Show? And I'm assuming I got to have football picks ready this week or next week. Let me know, would you? That's Sunday morning at 8 a.m. from 8 to 9. I do simulcast that on TGI Sports Talk Facebook page and my personal page and my YouTube. No, I can only do 2. So the 2 Facebook pages that goes to. And we'll start the Sunday Stream of Consciousness at 9 a.m. going forward. And this week we have no problem with time constraints. But following that, we're going to have to play it by ear whether the show is going to go move to an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And maybe we can stick to 2 hours. We'll play it by ear. I got to figure out logistics between getting from here to our football venue. I will never go out for another football Sunday with my boys. Sundays during football, just so you know, I get to go and see my boys, guys I don't see much all year long, and guys I grew up with and spent a lot of time with in different time in my life and have a lot of fun. So it's important to me that I'm able to get that. And that's coming up, and I'll never do that again and have to work the next day. Anyway, birthdays, Evan Carter, that tremendous outfielder from the Rangers. Hunter Brown, pitcher for the Astros. Alex Reyes, pitcher. Noah Syndergaard, of course. Thor, pitcher. Mets, shame his career went the way it went. Chris Taylor, outfielder. Brent Suter, pitcher. Mark, oh God, can't wait to see you say that one. Mark, let me give it a shot. I'm guessing the R is silent. No? Rizpinski. Close enough. How'd I do? Aaron Rowan, outfielder, Phillies, White Sox. Roy Oswalt, great pitcher with the Astros and with the Phillies. Henry Blanco, outfielder, played with a ton of teams. Tampa, Yankees, Texas, maybe. Doug DeCinces, great third baseman. Had him on our interview show here a couple years ago, if you remember. Very good, not great third baseman with the Orioles and the Angels. 1979 World Series. If I heard, nobody ever called Doug DeCinces Doogie except Howard Cosell. The entire freaking 1979 series. Doogie. Dave Nicholson. Not sure I know that one. Oral Grove. Lefty Grove. Is that Lefty? Is that Lefty Grove? Are you messing with me? Billy Cox. Billy Cox. Third baseman. Ensign Cantrell. Lefty Shig. Pep Young and Garland Hung. Lawing. Return to the big football show. Cool. We'll have a Thursday night, and we'll have Thursday night picks, and we'll be taking college football this Sunday, and we'll be talking college football this Sunday. Cool. So I have to pick a game for the Thursday night game next week, you're saying? Are we doing the 3 picks that we used to do? I guess I could call you and ask you these questions. Zep Zinski. How close was I? Not even close. So the R was silent. My gut said the R was silent. That's my Perth English education. Sorry. Don't sue me. Hello, Scott. How are you, buddy? Scott Kobe just wanted to wish me a very, very happy retirement, and I guess the Red Sox are going to make it. I would say the Red Sox are going to make it. Since Scott brought it up again, I'll show you the countdown clock one more time. Is L zeros. I'm trying to catch my old boss. So my current boss I talked to yesterday, he was off today. We had a great conversation. My old boss, who I worked for 18 years, I can't get him on the phone. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that, and we're feeling good. Alex Reyes was Cardinal. That's what I thought. That would be correct, sir. Full NFL picks next Sunday. Oh, we're going to do all the games? I might have to start the show at 10. Just kidding. Good to know. What else you guys got for me? Let's look at. Let me get to the schedule. Yeah, I didn't do the schedule yet. I wasn't pulsed. I wasn't really excited by what I saw here. I got some new toys we're going to play with at the right time. But we're going to look at this week's. Here is. I don't know what. Cardinals, we've got Cincinnati tonight and this weekend. Liberatore against Littell tonight kicks it off. Atlanta at Philadelphia, Elder and Suarez. That's on Apple TV, so good luck with that production. Ugh. NBC's trying to get back into the baseball game. Maybe that would be good. The Rays will be at Washington, Hauser against Parker. Brewers at Toronto. That's a good series. Peralta against Shane Bieber, trying to get rounded into good playoff shape. Already, I think, pitching pretty well. Marlins against the Mets. Perez against Tong. Pittsburgh against Boston. Skeens against Peyton Toll. Is Paul Skeens' career going to be wasted, or is he going to end up getting traded here in the next 2 years? Like those two games, that game's on MLB Network. The Mariners against the Indians, who are trying to hang in there. Seattle, George Kirby against Logan Allen. That's a nice pitching matchup as well. Yankees against the White Sox, trying to keep this hot streak going and put some heat on the Blue Jays and put some distance between them and the Royals. And the Mariners. Rondon against Gomez. You know, I don't know if I've changed my opinion of Carlos Rondon. I guess I have to. He's pitched pretty well in some big spots this year. He's had some stinkers, but I feel like I've got to, give Rondon some credit. Angels against Astros. Tyler Anderson against Christian Javier. Detroit will play Kansas City, as Brian mentioned earlier. It's kind of a big series. The Royals have been playing decent baseball. You got Paddock, who Brian mentioned he didn't have much confidence in, against Lugo. Padres back in second place against the Twins. Nestor Cortez against Zebby Matthews. The Cubs against the Rockies, who are a major disappointment this year in the fact that they did not make a serious run at 122 losses when they were on a pace to do so for like 4 months. Cade Horton against Herman Marquez. Rangers against the A's. Rangers hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Jack Leiter against Jeffrey Springs. D-backs against the Dodgers. Kind of a big series. Zach Gallen against Blake Snell. Orioles against the Giants. The Red Hot Giants trying to get back in this race themselves. Robbie Ray against Creamer. That's on Apple TV as well, so good luck with that production, as I said. Is there a broken windshield game series in here this weekend? I guess Tampa and Washington. That's your broken windshield series. What do you got? Orville, you spelled it differently than last time. You said Grove, didn't you? Let me see. Did I read it wrong? Yeah, you tried to throw me off. Check this out. Thought you were trying to trick me with a Lefty Grove. Now you spelled it this way. Or is that the same way? Am I looking at that wrong? No, you spelled it with no R the first time. Oh, you put the R in a different spot. You had R right after the G first. All right. Lefty Grove's younger brother. All right, so you spelled it wrong here, I guess. If I'd read the whole thing, I wouldn't have had to do all that. AC, how are you, my friend? Great job in the draft the other night, by the way. We almost got to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. Sorry, missed everything today. No problem, my friend. Get back here on Sunday for the Stream of Consciousness. By the way, reminder, 9 a.m. start now for the Sunday Stream of Consciousness going forward. You're welcome, Brian. That's how much I enjoy spending time with you guys on Sunday morning. No, believe me, I didn't think I was the only one that did that. The way people talk about me, I am. Oh God, good show today, guys. I got to get up. Drew, go back and watch the video because my granddaughter was the best part of this show, as usual. She also had no spelling or speaking errors. Brian, I think you can attest to that, guys. As I said, I'll be on. Let's see, what do we got going on? Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget Sunday Stream of Consciousness. I'll be on with the big football show. You can check that out streaming. Will be what do you call that? I already forgot what it is. I'll be sharing it to Facebook, my two Facebook pages as well, each Sunday morning. You can check that out before the Sunday Stream of Consciousness. Guys, have a great Sunday. I want to thank all of you for your participation today. It was very well done. And with that, we're out of here. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.